All right. Once again, I take this opportunity to welcome you yet to this episode of Criterion A4 of our summative for Unit 3, which is developed for WebFace. Today, let me take you through the last strand of A, which is to develop the design brief. From the word design brief, you are just summarizing the entire research. You can vividly see that from A1 up to A3 you have been doing research. That's why in A2 you had to prioritize which type of research you're going to delve to. So here what you do in Criterion A4, which is the design brief. This is a checklist. So develop a detailed design brief which summarizes. This is a keyword, summarizes. This is a command term, summarizes the analysis of relevant research from what you have been researching about. What did you come up with? This is what we would like to see throughout UA, throughout interviewing, throughout visiting online. What did you come up with? However, this is where most students misfire from. In A4, which is design brief, you basically bringing out the answers for this section. You're now trying to bring out the answers that you found on these questions. What you were addressing, like research questions. You're summarizing these research questions, the answers for these research questions. So that is it all what you do in A4. So what you do, you talk about the best colors you found, how you found them, how much costs to build a website for hardware, basically the website with 4 web pages. So you're talking about what you found out after this research. So that's what you put here in your in your A4 here. That is it all about. Then here, so here you making a summary of your research, and of course you are answering here. You are answering here. You are answering the research questions. You're answering research questions from your A2 and even A1, because you have to talk about the client, where the problem is. Okay, the magnitude of the problem, when it started briefly. Then talk about the findings from your research question, your search questions in A2. Talk about them, what you found, how significant they are. Then down here you add the references, which are sources of your research questions. Sources here, sources of your research questions. For example, these are the same sources that you come again and populate in your A2. For example, this is a source here. I can add it. I have to add it there, and I also again add it here, okay, as a source. This is one source. Okay, instead of a link you can even say hostinga.com. Again here, if they have another source here for the appendix, you also add it here, appendix A1 here for your interview, appendix A1 for your interview. Yeah, that is it all about A4. A4, it is a design brief. You're summarizing the research questions, because in A2 you are planning how you're going to do your research. So in A3 you have expounded more on the existing products, of which you're also going to use to refine or to be more creative and come up with very interesting solution for the client's problem. Yeah, that is it. And here what you need to do, make sure that you use your own language. Like I normally tell you, in design there is no way how you are going to use AI. AI will not help you so much, because apart from like in A3 where you can use Google, but the rest is creativity. Your involvement is 99%, unlike other subjects that are structured. But here this is more, it is a human research, purely human research. It's not fiction, where maybe you create an imagination. There is no illusion here. That's why everything is accompanied by statistical data, evidence. Whatever you do, evidence, link image, everything must be evidenced. If you take a look at how this learner did A4, you can see just a brief summary. You get? Yeah, with the resources. Here. So Isalo Mugabo is 14-year-old student, struggles with this. This is like an expression, an explanation of A1 connected here as appendix. Went research to ensure that this one is answering the research questions up to here. All these. Then finally you add like a conclusion of how your solution is going to have all it takes to solve the problems of the client. Then you add what we call the references or resources. Yeah, that is it, all I had for you in Criterion A4, and that marks the end of our summative A. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to go on email and share with me that. All I've attached all these resources in ManageBack. For example, these are guides when you want to excel in all criterions. Here they are. MYP Digital Design e-portfolio. So this is me. So all these I talked about them. All this formation is in ManageBack. What is the problem? This is A1. What is the problem? Who are we solving it for? Where is the problem situated? Why is solving this important? This should be directly linked to the statement of inquiry. All this I talked about them here. Then research here, long list of research topics, a variety of places. I really talked about this one, analyzing a range of existing products that inspire a solution to the problem in detail. Here I talked about this, but you can still find this information in ManageBack for best understanding. Here is A4, develop a detailed design brief which summarizes the analysis of the relevant research. Very important notes, very important resources for you, my good students of design. I think I can't exceed here. Otherwise, I wish you the best throughout your summatives. Good luck.